Anticipation runs hot at Capital Plaza, right across the street from the Legislature building in downtown Edmonton, as the Freedom Rally of today begins to congregate. There are some people with some anti-mask signs. There's a guy with a megaphone. There was some woman screaming about masks over this bridge to our right. And there's a guy in an old-timey suit that looks like he's ready to give a speech. Hopefully we get some good interviews today. So what brings you here today?
I'm here because I think there's a lot of government overreach in a lot of areas involving COVID restrictions.
And what might those include?
I think the mask mandates are a little overzealous, truthfully. There hasn't, at least from what I know, there hasn't been a lot of studies with a lot of efficacy on the effects of using masks. It does help reduce droplets, but truthfully, a lot of spread with COVID is in your own household, and you don't wear masks usually in your own households. I'm sure some people might, but I know a lot of people don't. And I don't think that it's necessary to have us locked down completely. Yes, it's a dangerous disease, but so was SARS, so was Ebola, so was a lot of different things that we didn't lock down for. Just seems to be out of place, truthfully, to me.
And who would you say is the particular part of the government that is responsible for these mandates?
Truthfully, I'm not entirely sure.
Fair enough. And how did you hear about this event today?
I come out most weekends, truthfully. I've been coming out since I think like early January of this year.
What brings you here today?
Nice weather, incredible sun, and listen to what these guys are saying, and yeah, the people are just have had it with these restrictions that are not working out.
And how did you find out about this event today?
How did I find out? That's a very good question. I found out about, actually it was 3 weeks ago, somebody on Facebook.
And are you here to protest current government mandates?
Yes.
And what part of the government do you think is particularly responsible for this?
That is a very interesting question. Primarily are obviously the elected officials, because I mean the whole government is really in it right now, but it's primarily the elected officials. But
what do you think these people here want to accomplish today?
Well, I think there's making sure the message is sent, then they walk, and I was here last week, and there's the social component of getting together and everything. There's no social interaction anywhere. This is the best place to come and socialize. You can meet great people that are like-minded.
So you're here more for the social aspect then?
Well, I know some people now that I've met here and everything, so I think that's important, yeah.
Sandro, you are criminal! You are enemy number one of Alberta! You are criminal!
Sorry, you said Rachel Notley helped you paint this?
Put this on there on her 57th birthday.
Crazy. And so how did she take part in this?
Well, she was being interviewed by some CBC reporters. I was over in the corner wearing my Democracy jersey. It's a Calgary Flames jersey. Democracy, get in the game is what I call it.
What do you think all these people here are trying to accomplish?
You know, if there's one thing that I admire about this group is they're practicing their democratic right and freedom to freely express themselves in a country, Canada, whereas there's a lot of countries in the world you can't do this in. So I appreciate that. I disagree with the crowding. I do wear a mask. I got my vaccine. I clean my hands. But I'm not going to ever criticize the democracy that they are defending, because democracy, it should never be in lockdown. Never.
Do you think if you were organizing this rally, would it look a little different?
Yes, absolutely, 100%.
In those days, some satellite photographs were being taken, and even from 110 miles up in orbit, they could see images of things at the bottom of the Red Sea that looked like Egyptian chariot wheels and armor. They didn't talk about that because that would be proof that Moses and the parting of the Red Sea was a true story.